We got a chip and we are live.
All right. 10th night of the third month. Brothers and sisters, man. You know, good class tonight. In the history of the Mashiach, right? In the book of Matthew, St. Matthew. St. Matthew chapter 13.
All right. We're just going to really home in on, that's a pretty fair, lengthy chapter, you know what I'm saying? And we can deal with the whole thing, really, if we want to at night. We really want to home in on the seed, right? That sower. You know what I'm saying? That parable of the seed, the sower that sowed the seed, right? That's what we want to home in on, man. And of course, when you read down into Matthew 13, first starting at 36, it'll start breaking down the parable of the seed, right? The parable of the sower and the seed. It'll break down the parable. So, but we're going to start at verse 1 because we want to break down the parable in itself. We like, you know what I'm saying? That's how we like and this is how we get the understanding of parables and metaphors and allegories, right? And dark sayings. Right.
Mysteries of the Bible.
Right. Mysteries, right? Read, repeat. You know what I'm saying? Give the sense. As a matter of fact, let's start out with that scripture, man. Let's go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah chapter 8.
Yes, sir.
Nehemiah chapter 8, man.
Nehemiah chapter 8 in verse 8. Yes, sir. All right. Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8. So they read in the book, in the law of God distinctly.
Right? So they read in the book of the law of God. How?
Distinctly.
Distinctly. What does that word mean? What does that word mean, Brother Dabawa?
I'm not sure. You want to enlighten me?
What that mean, Amos?
Distinctly. Meaning, okay, precept will be
I'm gonna get it. I didn't want to know. I don't even know it off the top of my head. I want to see. Checking my brothers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Distinctly, like we got Acts 17:30, but also, distinctly meaning like very intense, very in detail, paying attention, clarifying. That's trying to words I'm trying to come up with. So distinctly.
All right, distinctly, right? And it's H6567, right? In the and this is the Strong's Concordance, right?
Mm.
Hebrew Greek Strong's Concordance. This is the Hebrew H6567. It means literally to disperse or figuratively to specify. Right. Also by implication to show, right? Shows to distinctly declare and to specify. All right?
Specify. That's a good one.
Right. To specify, make it, you know what I'm saying? Be specific about it and be real, you know what I'm saying? Clear. And understand, right?
Right.
So I'm going to write that right next to that precept because now I know, you know what I'm saying?
Clearly. Which I guess was in distinctly, right? Very clearly, right? So read verse 8 again. Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8. So they read in the book, in the law of God distinctly.
You see that? Read in the book of the law of God. The law of God. Laws of God, right? First five books of Moses, man. Right? The laws of God. And go ahead.
And gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
So not only did they read in the book of the law of God distinctly, clearly, they also gave the sense, meaning they expounded on that precept or whatever topic they're going on over. Clearly, they expounded on it, right? Not adding, you know what I'm saying, their own thoughts or opinions, right? Not taking away from what the book actually says, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, and also that gave the sense, meaning they went and found another precept, right, to bring it out that further expounds and it breaks down the topic, what your concept, whatever you're trying to bring out, the point. I mean, right. So it says, and gave the sense and caused them to understand. It causes. That's what it does. It causes you to understand, like you go to another precept, man.
Right.
like
one real quick, right? Like I brought out,
in
right?
Acts, right?
Acts 17:11. I'm sorry, I said 30. I'm sorry. Acts 17:11.
Mm-hmm.
And that reads, "These were more noble than those in Thessalonica,
Right.
in that they received the word with all readiness of mind."
Right. These were more noble than who?
Than those in Thessalonica.
Than those in Thessalonica. So a certain amount of brothers, right? That's what it's talking. A particular number of brothers were more noble than those in Thessalonica. Right. Go ahead.
In that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
Right. They received the word with all readiness of mind, meaning they was ready. You know what I'm saying? With readiness of mind, meaning they were tuned in, right? Focus. You know what I'm saying? To understand that. With readiness of mind, go ahead.
And searched the scriptures daily.
And they did what?
And searched the scriptures daily.
So they were adamant about it, right? They searched the scriptures daily. Right? That's that meditating day and night, man. Like I said in Joshua 1 and 8, right? Go ahead.
Whether those things were so.
Right. They searched the scriptures day and night. They'll see it was those things so
Distinctly.
right and distinctly.
Right.
Right. You gotta always be doing this, man. Always, right? Alright, so we're gonna start at Matthew 13, man.
In the book of St. Matthew, chapter 13, starting at verse 1. The same day went Yahushua out of the house, and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him.
Right, so Yahushua, the same day when Yahushua, what same day? Would you go back and read verse 12, right? 12, this was when it was, even so should it be, what's this around the time of getting the preparation? Because I remember they walked through the field, this is Matthew 12, right? Yeah, because they walked through the field on the Sabbath day, I remember, all right, plucking the corn and rubbing them. I don't know what this is. It says the day later, right? The day after. Okay, so we're just going to stick with that. The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the sea. We're at Matthew 13. Go ahead.
Verse 2, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
Right, and it said a great multitude were gathered together unto him, so that he went into the ship, right, and sat, right. So, because you know the ship is elevated high above the land, right. So he's got a good sky view of, you know what I'm saying, everybody, of the great multitude that's sitting in front of him, right, so they can hear his voice. And the whole multitude stood on the shore, right, while he was in the boat, right, in the ship. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow.
See, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Go ahead.
Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth.
Right, go ahead.
And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had not root, they withered away.
Right. I just wanted to read through that real quick, because we got like about 5 things I'm seeing. I see, behold, a sower went forth to sow. We're going to find out what the sower is. And some seeds. The seeds, we're going to find out what the seeds are. Right? And it says the fowls came and devoured them up. We're gonna see what the fowls are, right? You know what I'm saying? And it says some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, right? And forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. Those that fell on the stony places, man. And what is it talking about? The seeds that the sower sowed fell on stony places, right? Like the rock that the rose that grew from the concrete, right? We heard that before, right? The rose that grew from the concrete, right? It ain't gonna last long, man. It'll wither quick, right? Because it has no deepness of earth, right? All right. You know what? Let's keep reading. Keep reading from verse 7.
Verse 7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Okay, so we had some that fall among thorns, and the thorns spring up and choke them. Go ahead.
But other fell into good ground
Uh-huh.
and brought forth fruit.
Uh-huh.
Some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold.
Okay, so and also we got to find out those that fell upon thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them, and the ones that fell on good ground and brought forth fruit. Right? The ones that brought forth fruit, man. Right? And that's the end of that parable, right? That's what he said, right? Read. Read that 9.
Verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Right, so that's the end of that parable. Let's jump to let's go to 36. 36 real quick, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna break down that,
Okay. 18, St. Matthew 13.
No,
verse
matter of fact,
36.
we're gonna just do it from here, man. Let's go back to 13. We're gonna go back 13:3. 13:3. It says, and he spake many things unto them in parables, and behold, sower went forth to sow. Right? And that sword, let me go get, matter of fact, let me get I know it's one in Jeremiah. I want the one with my shadow. Fishers of man, real quick.
Jeremiah 16.
Yeah, we could get that one too. We could get that one too. Yeah, we definitely could get that. It might actually have the precept next to it, huh? Let me go look at that real quick, because it might have a precept next to it, that way I ain't got to look in there and get it.
Yeah, Mark 1:17.
Mark 1:17?
Mark 1:17.
I have that in there.
Matthew 4:19 also.
Matthew 4. Okay, that's where it's at.
Matthew
Okay.
4:19.
Bill, but we can read that while we're there.
All right. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers.
I will send for many what?
Many fishers.
Go ahead.
Saith the Lord.
See? So it was always prophesied, and we know that Hamashiach Yahushua said, he come in the volume of the book. It said, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord. Go ahead.
And they shall fish them.
And they shall what?
Fish them.
They shall fish them. Right? That's the end of that?
Well,
Oh, no, there's more on that. Go ahead.
And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right, and that was prophecy saying it was a certain amount of time that he was going to send fishers upon the earth, fishermen upon the earth, the fishmen, right? And then it was after when it come to pass, after a certain period of time, right? The Most High was going to send for hunters. He won't send those fishermen that became hunters back upon the earth. Then it was going to be no more time to fish. Then it was going to be hunting season, where they was going to gather up the fruit, right? They're going to gather up the fruit that they sowed, and well, no, not the sowed. The hunters are going to gather up the tares. That's what we're going to do. It was going to gather up the tares, right? Out of the holes of the rock and whatever they're going to be hiding the tares are. Wicked people, man. Right? So that's the sense on that, sowing the seed, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 4, right? Is that 4?
4:17. We're in the book of St. Matthew, chapter 4:19. 4:19. St. Matthew chapter 4, verse 19. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Start at 18.
Verse 18.
Get the sense of it. Get the sense, right?
Right.
Let's get the sense of it, man.
St. Matthew 4:18.
Get it in context, right? Go ahead.
And Yahushua, walking by the sea of Galilee,
Right.
saw two brethren, Simon called Peter,
Right.
and Andrew his brother.
So he walked by the Sea of Galilee, and he saw Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother. Go ahead.
Casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers.
Because they were fishers. Go ahead. That was their occupation. Go ahead.
And he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Right. And he said, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they had to straight cleave the faith on that one. Right? They didn't know him. They never met him. Right? Straight off the back, they had to cleave the faith and start following, drop everything, and just follow him, man. That's heavy right there, man. Right? So that's that. Let's go back to Matthew 13. right? And if you got any more, we might got more seeds.
Yeah,
right?
there's another one on there. But I'm with the fishes of men. Yeah, I thought you. Yeah.
Right? Because we're talking about the sower went forth to sow, right? The sowers are those fishers of men, right? That's what the sowers are. Behold, a sower went forth to sow, right? Those fishers of men, and let me get this First Corinthians, and we'll go to First Corinthians chapter. First Corinthians 14. Let me see. Yes, sir. Oh, it's 1 Corinthians 14. Yeah, it's in 14, and we're going to start at verse 29.
29?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 29.
Right, the sowers, because the sower sows the seed, right? And we're talking about those fishermen, right? From Matthew 13. And he spake these things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow, which are the fishermen, right? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got hiccups, man. Real bad, too. Go ahead, brother.
1 Corinthians 14:29. Let the prophet speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge.
Read it again.
Let the prophets speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge.
And this is talking about street ministry, when we out on the streets, man. Let the prophets speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge. You got 2 or 3 readers, right? Or in this case, we got a small congregation, we'll have 1 reader, right? And let the other give the sense and break it down. That's the fisherman, right? We all fishermen, right? But the one who's giving the sense and giving the understanding is doing the fishing and the sowing, right? The sowing. Go ahead.
Verse 30. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by,
right,
let the first hold his peace.
Read it again.
If anything be revealed to another, revealed. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace.
Right. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace. We're finna go and get that real quick. Hold this real quick, and we're gonna go to the book of Sirach chapter 11. Right? Sirach chapter 11. I think we're gonna start at 7. And the Apocrypha, right?
All right.
Right. This is Sirach chapter 11, verse 8.
Okay, Sirach 11 and 8. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause.
Mm-hmm.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
All right. It says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause, and interrupt not a man in the midst of his talk. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 30 says, if anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace. Right? Meaning if anything be revealed, meaning like prophecy, like some type of prophecy that came to him, what is that word I'm trying to look for? Like something pop, like a idea, not an idea, but something about the scriptures then popped in his mind or something like that. He's supposed to hold his peace, right, and wait till the other person finish bringing out his point, man.
Right.
Let's read that one more time. It's Sirach.
Sirach chapter 11 verse 8. Answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
First, with heard the point. Oh, it's a 7. We got to read 7 first.
Okay, Sirach 11 verse 7. Blame not. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
Right. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Go ahead.
Understand first.
Right.
And then rebuke.
Right.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause.
Answer not before you have heard the cause. The point, man. That's what we're trying to get to. Answer not before you have heard the point. Right? You know what I'm saying? And And do not interrupt the man in the midst of his talk. Go ahead.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
Right. Now go back to 1 Corinthians 14. There we go. Let's read 30 again.
1 Corinthians 14 verse 30. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by,
Right.
let the first hold his peace.
Right. Go ahead.
For ye may all prophesy one by one,
Right.
that all may learn, and all may be comforted.
Right. And that's going sowing the seed, right? Fishermen's going to sow the seed, man.
Right. Like you were saying, one by one. You speak, then that brother speak. If that brother, I'm saying that's how you not no one talking over each other, right?
Even if something revealed to you, because you can throw the spirit. You can blurt things out off of the spirit, like say if something's revealed to you. Oh yeah, man, and you know what I mean? While this brother's talking,
right?
You know, then you just throwing. You know what I'm saying? You can make that person that the seed is being sowed in. He can lose focus on what he's trying to get some understanding on. Right, because you know. People that are not spiritually inclined yet, as you're just building up or trying to draw into this truth, they tend to what we call have short attention spans, right? And they'll drift real quick, man. They'll lose their, you know what I'm saying, thought where they was, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Right, man. So that's what this is talking about. Let's read it from the top, 29.
So start verse 29 again, okay? Let the prophet speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge.
Right.
If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn, and all may be comforted.
Right. All may be comforted, man. So we say, yeah, man, all praise to the Most High. Let the prophet speak 2 or 3, let them other judge, right? And if anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace, man. Right, and if he do it in order, right? If he say, "Hey, brother, hold up, I gotta say something just been," you know what I mean? If you do it in order, hey, man, he could speak first, man, and then I'll come back to what I was talking about, no problem. But everything must be decently in order, man. Right?
Right. Verse 4. Right.
So we're going back to Matthew 13. And so we know that the sowers are those that fish, right? Right.
Right.
And the seeds. Now we're talking about the seeds, right? Some seeds fell by the wayside, right? And the fowls came and devoured them up. Right? Let's talk about that seed, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that seed.
Okay. There's one right here on where you going, Mark?
Go ahead.
Right. Because he went forth to sow. Right. What is he sowing? Go to right. Mark chapter 4, verse 14.
Mark chapter 4.
Chapter 4, verse 14. Because you know, what is he sowing? Is he really sowing a seed? I mean, like a you know what I'm saying, like an apple seed or orange seed, like a physical seed, right?
Right.
Saint Mark chapter 4 verse 14.
Right. That's beautiful. Saint Mark chapter 4 verse 14. The sower soweth the word.
The what?
The sower soweth the word.
That's what he's sowing.
Right? Oh, praise this, man.
Right? The word of the Lord. You know, then we can go, you know, the word of the Lord, the truth, the gospel. So we're reading them parables, like the priest was bringing out. When some landed here, there, now we understand these parables, see? What happens, like we talk about sometimes, like, man, because we meet this brother, this sister, when we're doing a flyer mission or when we're doing our street ministry, and a person was excited about hearing this word, and then you never hear from them. That's part of these understanding these parables. Some landed on stony ground, not good soil. Some got choked up by thorns. Some a fowl came and got the seed. These are things that, situations that happen and take place with God's word when a person heard it. And then, hey, what happened to him a week, 2, 3 weeks from now?
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay.
These parables are beautiful understandings, man, that through the Messiah, man, he gave his servants.
Praise.
So that's beautiful. Mark 4:14. As the seed is the word, man. Okay, man. So I was trying to get this real quick. Perceive. Is it perceive? Let me see. Yeah, it is perceive. Okay. I don't like looking for that joker for a minute, man. Said hearing. Okay, there we go. Matthew, I was there already. We were there already. Matthew 13. I'm tripping. Oh man. Okay. So the sower, the word. Right? We're going back to Matthew 13, right?
Mm-hmm. St. Matthew, chapter 13.
Go back, jump down to 13. Yeah.
St. Matthew 13, verse 13. Therefore spake I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not.
Right.
And hearing, they hear not.
Right.
Neither do they understand.
Right.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah,
Right.
which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
Right, man. So that's the some seeds fell by the wayside, right? Some seeds fell by the wayside. Why? Because you keep on read.
Verse 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross,
Because their mind is waxed gross. Go ahead.
and their cares are dull.
They're what?
And their ears
There we go.
are dull of hearing.
And they don't want to hear nothing, man. They don't want to hear. They feel like they've came to that point in life where they know everything, man. They're 21 or older. Then you feel like you're grown, right? You don't need to be told anything, right? It says their ears are dull of hearing. When your ears are dull of hearing, it's not sharp anymore. You know, when you're sharp, you have a sharp sense of hearing. I'm saying a sharp sense of hearing meaning you're always attentive. You want to listen, right? You meaning you probably be eavesdropping on somebody's conversation and you ain't trying to, right? You got attentive ears, sharp hearing, right? When you have ears that are dull of hearing, that means you ain't trying to hear it, man.
Right. Because you got a precept on what you're saying, what you're bringing out,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, for these people's heart is wax gross,
Right.
and their ears are dull of hearing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And their eyes they have closed. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, right? Not literally closing their eyes or covering their ears up. They don't literally do it. They just take their attention elsewhere, right? They could be standing right in front of you and just turn their head. That's all it takes. Their head turn.
Right.
That person they wade over there while you're talking right in front of them. You got to pay attention to that. When you see that, you stop and ask them a question. Hey, what did I just say? You know, hey man.
You get this precept, bro. This
Go
is
ahead, yes,
heavy
sir.
Right here,
Go ahead.
man. Like you breach friend right here when it said, for this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they closed. Right. That no, the 1 Timothy 4:1 and 2, man. 1 Timothy chapter 4. A lot of people are something else, man. But hey, this is what the scriptures speak about this, man. But our own people. So you understand what the Messiah, he's not talking about no other nations. He's talking about our own people, man. So we got to understand that. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2 is the point, verse 1 and 2.
1 Timothy chapter 2,
4 verse 1 and 2.
4 verse 1.
1 and 2.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly,
Right.
in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits,
Right.
and doctrines of devils.
Lies. You know, our people love lies and garbage. But it's a point, verse 2.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy,
That's what we do.
having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Having what?
Their conscience seared with a hot iron.
There it is.
Right.
People's hearts wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they closed. Conscience seared with a hot iron.
Right.
Don't want to hear nothing. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm gonna hold on to the lies that been beaten into me. I don't care.
Right. Right. That's what that is, right? That's what it is, man. Rather hold on to Pledge of Allegiance, right?
Right.
Than what the the Bible actually says when you read it, and says, right, all nations was made to be dwell amongst them own selves, man, and be separate from each other, man. Right. That's beautiful. Okay, so yeah, man, that was beautiful. What that was, 1 Timothy's
4:1 and 2.
1 Timothy 4, 1 and 2, right, man.
If that ain't our people, what having that conscience seared with a hot iron? I'm black.
And that what I mean. Let's go back to Matthew 13 and 15.
St. Matthew 13, verse 15.
Right.
For this people's heart is waxed gross,
Right.
and their ears are dull of hearing,
Right.
and their eyes have they closed.
Right. Conscience seared with a hot iron, man. Right. The scriptures say that so-called Jesus is a black man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, this is what people told us too, man. I feel what I grew up on and my grandma showed me and she had hanging on the wall, that is, I'm more comfortable with that. That's self-hatred right there, man. Go ahead. There's conscience seared with a hot iron, man. And what this scripture right here says, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Go ahead.
All right. Lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Right. Because if they do get a sense and understand, they should convert over, and Hamashiach Yahushua should have to heal them, man. He have to heal them. So what that's letting us know, that it's prophesied that you have vessels under honor and vessels under dishonor, man. Meaning you have people that the God don't love everybody, plain and simple, man. That everybody's not going to make it to the kingdom of heaven, man. Everybody's not going to be favored by Hamashiach Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, right? Let's get let's get a precept with that too. Romans 9, right? Romans 9. Right? He said, and should understand with their heart and should be converted, and I should heal them. Right? So it's prophesied that they're not to be healed. So that's why he gave them parables. He's speaking parables because he's supposed to keep them dull of hearing where because their heart is waxed gross. The Most High knows it already. I'm going to send my son, their heart's waxed gross. You do not go try to get them the sense to understand the damn thing, man. Right. Let them stay right where they are. Save them for the day of judgment. That's heavy.
Yeah, man.
9, Romans chapter 9. Right, that's where I want, right. Let's start at 20.
We're in Romans chapter 9, verse 20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Right. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Because you got people that say, why God would do that? Why would... You know what I'm saying? When they wicked as hell, they don't even know it, right? But we question the Most High of why we're in this condition. You know, why we're in this condition, but we help further our oppression. We help further it, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? Following after people that oppress us and put us into captivity, right? And because why? Because they give us food stamps and Section 8 living and all of that, man. We feel like they're cool with us now, man. But the Heavenly Father, but this is not, the Heavenly Father don't operate like that, man. So now we find ourselves questioning the Most High. And this is what he's saying right here. Go ahead.
Shall the thing form...
Start from the top again.
Nay, but, O man.
Nay, but, O man.
Who art thou that repliest against God?
Right. He's saying no. Nay means no. No, but, O man. Who are you to reply against God? No, that's a no-no. Don't do that. Go ahead.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right. Go ahead.
Hath not the potter power over the clay?
Right.
Of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, right? To make one vessel unto honor and one unto dishonor. So we always been created up of the earth, right? And of the dust of the ground, right? But he made vessels unto honor, meaning the Israelites, and vessels unto dishonor, all the wicked, even these other nations, man. Those are the dishonorable vessels, the other nations and the people of our nation that's wicked as hell and going off, man.
Right.
So that's why he don't want them to get the. He speaks to them in parables. Hamashiach Yahushua, and they say he's all love, though. You see what I'm saying? He can't do nothing but do what the Heavenly Father told him to do, man. And that's what he came to do, the Father's will, man.
Right.
All praises, man. So, right. So that's some of them seeds that fell by the wayside, man. We back to Matthew chapter 13, right, in verse 4, right. Some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Let's deal with some of these fowls, man. And the fowls came and devoured them up. Give me the eagle. Well, I got one fowl in my head right now, the eagle in Deuteronomy, right? Deuteronomy 28. Give me that eagle over there, man.
Let's go get it. Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Right, the fowls represents ravenous beasts, birds, prey, ravenous predators, okay. And America thinks, right, America, which is an extension of Rome and Greece, right, and Spain, right, they are the what? I said they're an extension of Spain. They're an extension of Rome and Greece, right? They're the eagle, right? Just like all these other countries think, like Spain, right? French. Here they all them damn devils think they, you know what I'm saying? The eagle. They think they're the number one predator bird. That's the bird of predator. The predatorial bird. That's right. Okay, go to 28:49, right?
Yep. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far,
right,
from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth,
right,
a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand,
right, as swift as the eagle flieth. It just said as swift as. It's one in Malachi. It's the one in Malachi that say they
Obadiah.
there's nest upon the stars like the eagle.
Obadiah.
Okay, that's Obadiah. Let's go to Obadiah, man, real quick, man. Right, because it says that's what it says in Matthew. It says, and the fowls came and devoured them up. What? The seeds that fell by the wayside, man. Right? And we were sowing, and when we sow the seeds in our brothers, man, some of them get devoured up by these, you know what I'm saying, this world. Why? Because you got your TV shows, right? The TV shows, the radio stations. These are ways that our people get devoured up by these fowls, man.
Flooded.
You know what I'm saying? The what? That Mosai shut him down. Now the concerts, the NBA finals, football games, all these things, man, are ways that these fowls devour our people up, man. Right? So we going to Obadiah.
Obadiah, verse 3 and 4.
Go ahead, bro.
Right? Obadiah, verse 3. Said, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Stop. It say the pride of thine heart deceiveth thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Caucasus Mountains, Caucasians, right? Mount Seir. Their dwelling places have always been the clefts of the rocks, right? Go ahead.
Whose habitation is high.
Right? And they love the high habitation, right? Trump Towers, right? You see that? You know what I'm saying? Hilton Tower, Hilton J, what hotels?
Skyscrapers.
Right? The skyscrapers, right? It's suites at the top of the
Empire
Right.
State.
Empire State.
Yeah.
Yep. Whose habitation is high. Go ahead.
That saith in his heart.
Right, that saith in his prideful heart. Go ahead.
Who shall bring me down to the ground?
They say what?
Who shall bring me down to the ground?
Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
See, they exalt themselves as the eagle. That's they know this is the number one predatorial bird, right? And what can catch it? It's up in the sky, man. It flies high in the sky, and you know what I'm saying? That's why and most of their drones, they call them eyes in the skies, man. You know what I'm saying? They got the nickname eye in the sky, where they got these zoom lens that stretch from, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. High, thousands of feet in the sky, man. Drones come and get facial recognition, right? They'll pick you out of a crowd, man. Facial recognition, man. And that's why they're called the eagle. That's their thing, man. That all-seeing eye, right? On the back of your dollar bill, man. Pyramid, meaning going back into oppression, right? In Egypt, right? The ancient Egyptian and Roman customs, man. Babylonian customs, right? So it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, go ahead.
And thou set thy nest among the stars.
Right? Space Force, right? Their NASA Space Force, right? That they're trying to declare a war on the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
Thence will I bring thee down.
He said what?
Thence will I bring thee down.
Thence. From there, you know what I'm saying? Then will I bring thee down. From there will I bring thee down. You know what I'm saying? You exalted yourself up there, right? All your pride and everything. He's going to bring you down from there. That's what he's saying. I'm going to bring you down. Back to the dust, man. You back in the dust. What Isaiah 14 says, man. Come sit down in the dust, old Lucifer. Right? Go ahead.
Saith the Lord.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
Beautiful, man. So it says, so that's who the fowls are, right? These other nations, man. So the fowls that's eating us up, man. Right? St. Matthew 13. And the fowls came and devoured them up. Right? Go to verse 5, right?
Verse 5. Some fell upon stony places, for they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth.
Right. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth. Right? Let's go into that, man. Let's go into that, man. That right there is calling for slothful spirit, man. That's slothful spirit, man. All right, here we go. We got a lot of them. Dang. All right, man. Let's see. Here you go, right here. Let's start it. Let's go to Proverbs 12, right? I want to.
In the book of Proverbs.
No, let's start at 15. We're going to 15. 15, 19. Proverbs 15, 19.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 19. The way of the slothful man is as an hedge of thorns.
Read it again.
The way of the slothful man is as an hedge of thorns.
Go ahead.
But the way of the righteous is made plain.
Right. So a hedge of thorns, I mean, you're going to always run into problems, man. Right? A hedge of thorns, you walk through a hedge of thorns, you're going to find yourself stopping and going, redirecting your you know what I'm saying? Your path and trying to, you know what I'm saying? You're getting pricked, man. Yeah. You're getting pricked. But a righteous man, but the way of the righteous is made plain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because he understands. He gave the sense, you know, right? He feared the Lord. That's number one. He feared the Lord, right? And he's keeping the commandments. And the Most High is going to give him wisdom and understanding. So yeah, man. So it says some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, right? Stony places mean they ain't studying. They're not diligent, right? Doing their diligence in within the truth, man. Right? Or they, you know what I'm saying? Or in the cares. Let me get that real quick. The cares of this. Oh, it's gonna say that when we go through it early. So it says let's go back to Matthew 13. It says some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. So they sprung up, meaning they went back into the world, man. Right? Let me go to Romans real quick. Romans chapter 2, I think it's 2. Any man be a lover of the world, he has enmity with God. Romans chapter 2.
Romans chapter 2.
I think it's 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Romans 8. Romans 8. I'm sorry. Romans 8, verse 6.
Right. Book of Romans chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death,
Mm-hmm.
but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right. All praise to the Most High. Read it. Read 7.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
Because what?
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
A carnal mind. Carnal means fleshy, right? Meaning worldly, right? Meaning I'm trying to find that. So terrestrial life, terrestrial, right? Terrestrial, whatever you mean, terrestrial. Yeah, right. Fleshy, earthly. That's what carnal means. Earthly, a physical. You know what I'm saying? Like in a physical form. Mm-hmm. For the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead.
For it is not subject to the law of God.
Right. For it is not subject unto what?
To the law of God.
Go ahead.
Neither indeed can be.
Right. Neither indeed can be. Neither can be. Right. Because the Most High got a special judgment for that person, probably, or right. He got some other duty going on for him, man. Right on earth. It can't be the truth, right? If he's carnal minded, right? Go ahead. Verse 8.
Verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
Right. They cannot please God, man. Right. So a carnal mind is opposed. It's against God, man. Right. It's the opposite, man. It's the opposite of godly.
Right.
Beautiful, man. So that's what it means. Some Matthew 13 and 5. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth. Why? Because they are carnal minded, right? Carnal minded, man. You can't beat them up and make them understand, man. So
right.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had not root, they withered away.
Go ahead.
And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Mm-hmm.
But other fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some an 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold.
Right. Let's get that, man. Okay, let's get that real quick.
Good ground.
Okay, just trying to find it. Okay. I'm trying to find a way to say austere. You didn't.
Oh, Luke 19.
I want that one in Matthew because it was kind of freaking. Okay, we could get that. Luke 19. Let's look at Luke. Same thing. Same thing.
This one say austere.
Mm-hmm.
19, 21, 22.
Okay. Yep. There we go. All right. 16.
All right. St. Luke chapter 19, verse 16.
And what I'm trying to find out again is bringing forth fruit, right? In Matthew 13 and 8, it says, but other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some in 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold, right? Luke chapter, where we at? 19, verse 15.
All right, St. Luke 19, verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money.
Right, and to whom he had given the money, meaning this knowledge to, man, to go disperse it out, man. What he gave you, man. Everybody, man. He gave everybody, well, not everybody, those who are his servants, his prophets that go on these corners and teach and that do these classes, man. And when it's this, it says, and it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, Yahweh Shai, man. That's when it's gonna. This is roll call. Hey, these the last. This is it right here. This is when it's all said and done, man. Hey, put your pens down. Remember when they used to do that in class with the test? Pens down. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Time's up. Pens down, man. No more writing. If you pick it up, your whole test is null and void. You know what I'm saying? That's real there, right? Go ahead, brother. Having received the kingdom,
then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
Right, go ahead.
Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds.
Right, the first said, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing in fruit, man. You know what I'm saying? These are parables, man. It's talking about brothers and sisters, right? Whatever souls that he had numbered unto him, right? They might not have stayed with him in that same camp or whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? They might have moved, you know what I'm saying, to a different location, but he still sowed that seed. As long as they still thriving in that truth, believe me, that's that fruit, man. That's that fruit, man. Straight up. As long as that fruit stay in order, man, and stay righteous, man. Go ahead.
17. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant.
Right. He said what?
Well, thou good servant.
Ooh-wee. Go ahead.
Because thou hast been faithful in a very little,
right?
Have thou authority over 10 cities.
Woo, we all want to hear that.
Hey.
We all want to hear that, boy.
Yes, sir.
We want by 10 cities, boy. I'm talking about, boy, you going to sit on that throne. You going to have your little throne in your own city with a little scepter, with a crown on your head. You say they're going to put crowns on your head. So you going to have your own little, you know what I'm saying, area. Have your little scepter, boom. Stretch that scepter out to who want to come. Hey, man. That's what we shooting for right there, man.
Rulership.
That's what we shooting for, man. And we all know that Hamashiach Yahushua gonna be the ultimate ruler, right? He's gonna be in Jerusalem where the streets gonna be paved gold, right? You know what I'm saying? We gonna be around there. We gonna be in that area, but we ain't gonna have it like we ain't trying to top him, right? You know what I'm saying? No, sir. All crazy. He said, he said 10 cities. That's good enough. I don't even need 10. You just give me 2. I'm good with it.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 18. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities.
He gave him 5, right? Good job. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin.
You see, now you got the one that was on stony ground. Now here he come, man. He liked the world. He had a carnal mind, which is image against God, man. He was opposite of what the Most High was looking for. Even though the Most High said what? He said, his word shall be declared throughout the whole earth. Then shall the end come, right? So everybody's going to get this everybody going to get something. They're going to understand something that this is real. That's one thing they're going to understand. This Bible is real. Everybody's going to understand whether they, you know what I'm saying, the brothers been in the truth and back out the truth and try to kick that old bobo garbage. Oh yeah, man, I found it's some errors in there, man. I'm a Moor. We are really Moors, man. We're not all that junk, man. Brothers try to come up with trying to find a way to run from the, you know what I'm saying, the truth. You ain't gonna be able to dodge Hamashiach Yahushai.
Right.
He know. He know who he gave his word to, his pound to, right? So he said, likewise, behold, thou, okay. And the other said, Lord, behold, here's thy pound, which I have kept laid up in the napkin.
See that? So here's that word or that seed that was sown, like that flyer, this understanding, and I just put on the bush. I ain't do nothing with it, ain't hearken to the word, and ain't share it.
Right.
That's it. That's him right there. That's that I know. Let me read that one more time. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin.
He's gonna sit on the wisdom, man.
Yeah, Lord, I know. I know. That's what that's saying. I know.
He was proud to say it too. He came quick. Hey, I got your pound, man. Later, he was good, man. He think he's so good.
I think he's straight.
Right.
That's that screaming, Lord, Lord.
Right, man.
Verse 21, for I feared thee, because thou art an austere man.
Mm-hmm.
Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow.
And he gonna talk garbage with it. He say you laid down, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you gave me something that you ain't really sow this. You ain't do the work to wake these people up. How you gonna try? He's doing the work now. We don't see him, of course. But this dude here got some mouth, man. He said, I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. Austere meaning like you just took stuff that wasn't yours. That's basically what he's telling them. You just deboed. Know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he said unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant.
Go
thou
ahead.
knewest that I was an austere man.
He said it too. He said, yeah, you're right. I am an austere man. Go ahead.
Taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury?
Right. Why not give it back, man. Give it back to the because the bank is really the storehouse, which is with the priest and the Levite. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? You need to go. Hey, I don't know how we supposed to get this back. This understanding that he done gave
with usury. He said with usury, so you want interest? Your life. Hey, what else?
Yeah.
That's your life.
I'm gonna require it with usury.
Woo.
Mine own with usury. That's right, bro. Go ahead.
And when he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound, and give it to him that hath 10 pounds.
Right, and them that stood by are the holy angels. Go ahead.
And they said unto him, Lord, he hath 10 pounds. For I say unto you, that unto every one that hath shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that he hath shall be taken away from him.
Right, man. So he told, yeah, man, and that's beautiful, man. The one with the 10 pounds, he got an extra pound, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got extra, you know what I'm saying? So now he got like 11 cities, you know what I'm saying? And then go to the one with 5. You know what I'm saying? Even though the one with 5 did good, he did good, but that one who had a lot, hey, man, my shot, Howard Shaw was happy, was proud of the brother. Hey, brother got, you know what I mean? He bought, hey, man, and it's going to be like that, you know what I mean? You don't have brothers out there that pull in more brothers than you know what I'm saying, or sisters, man, and bear more fruit, man. And hey, we just got to deal with that, man. You know what I mean? Long as we get in there, that's what we need to be focused on, getting in there, man. I don't want to be left like this here, man. This dude right here, man.
No, bro.
Because he got, you know what I'm saying? He got another thing coming to him. He gonna get put down, man. We know the next verse, right?
Right.
The
We
next
know
verse,
the next verse, man.
right? Go ahead, brother. Let's read it.
27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them.
Right. When not that I should reign over them and be obedient and do what I told him to go out and speak to the lost sheep, right? And bid them to the marriage. Go ahead.
Bring hither and slay them before me.
So that fisherman that been turned into a hunter,
Right.
he's gonna go around. He's gonna get. You're coming. Oh yeah, you coming up the forefront. He ain't gonna whoop you up out there, man. You gonna ask him to put you to death out there. He ain't going down like that. You're coming back to Hamashiach Yahushua before him, and he's got to declare judgment. And when he say do that double somersault paratoe head chop, I gotta do it, man. I gotta take that thing. You know how they do with the figure skating when they jump up and they spin around. I gotta do some type of tornado somersault and come across your left side of your neck. I'm gonna have to, man. Straight up. That's what he said. Or I'm gonna be on the chopping block if I don't do it, right? For real.
And that's a commandment.
That's a commandment, man. That is a commandment, man.
Bring them hither and slay them before me. That's
Right,
a
slay
commandment.
them before me. He didn't say bring them here and I'm gonna chop their head off. He said no, bring them here and slay them before me. He done already, and he probably already had his fun. He had
That's
already
after
died
Basra.
and
That's after
Basra,
Basra.
everything, right?
That's after Basra.
His
Yep.
garments died. He done did his thing.
Yep.
That's why we say, man, you brothers play too much, man. Y'all sitting there playing with this. I'm not finna have angry Israelite brothers that can't die chasing me down. You know what I'm saying? Dragging me back. Going back across the side. I don't know how you gonna get. You might not get a fresh ride in the chariot over there, or you might just after might have to catch a boat or something. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know that now. You know what I mean?
We just know prophecy got to be fulfilled.
It gotta be fulfilled.
Right.
So you gotta go. You gotta go there.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! So yeah, man. Back at Matthew 13, man. Matthew 13, we're gonna go to 36. I mean.
All right.
And just go ahead and read through that.
St. Matthew, chapter 13, verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
Then Yahushua sent the multitude away
Mm-hmm.
and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And he answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man.
Right.
The field is the world.
Right. So he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. And who are we walking in the steps of? As an example, he is an example for us to walk in his footsteps. Yahushua. Right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Son of Man is the seed sower, and also those that he taught to go fishing for men is the seed sower, right? And the field is the word. The world, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The field is the world. The whole planet Earth. Go ahead.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom.
They say the good seed that had depth, that you know what I'm saying, that grounded themselves properly and built themselves up properly. Those are the good seeds that the Son of Man had planted. Go ahead.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
but the tares are the children of the wicked one.
See, the tares are the children of the wicked one. Remember those fowls? Those fowls that devoured the seed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they devoured them, meaning they had them celebrating their birthday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Celebrating Christmas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Columbus Day and stuff like that, man.
Right.
That's how they destroying us, indoctrinating us from when we were kids, right? And we got the nerve to tell them something. If we read a couple scriptures, people say, you ain't finna indoctrinate me. What the hell? You done been indoctrinated all your life, over 12 years, public schools, 12 years or better, right?
From the beginning.
From the beginning, right?
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Had you making little, I remember they had us making, what do you call, Thanksgiving kites out of paper mache, right? From in elementary. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It was on and popping. Every holiday came by, they had you making all these type of, you know what I mean?
Easter egg hunts, pumpkin patch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, all the way to Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
When they raised them to church Bible school study, Bible studies, and all that stuff. Man, that's indoctrinating right there.
Right,
Off the
man.
rip.
Right, right,
God love everybody.
right. God loves everybody. Go ahead, brother.
Show me where they say that.
Right. St. Matthew in 13, verse 39.
Mhm.
The enemy that soweth them is the devil.
You see that? Read it again.
The enemy that sowed them is the devil.
Right. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. Those tares. The tares are the children of the wicked one. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about not only of these other nations, that's talking about our people too who walk after their ways, man.
Right, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Christ said, you are of, in John 4, you are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you will do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You, and it says other things like Abraham, all are not the seed of Abraham and stuff like, all are not Israelites. That's what it says, right? It's because they're following the ways of the heathen.
Right.
So this ain't just talking about heathen children. It's talking about people of our nation that's following after them too. Go ahead.
The harvest is the end of the world.
Okay. Why? Because everything done ripened now, and it's about time to pick that out,
Pick it up,
man.
pick it up.
Right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels.
Right. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels, man. Let's go get that like corn is sifting a sieve. That's Zechariah. Is that Zechariah? Like not the least grain
Amos.
shall fall upon the
Amos.
earth. That's Amos.
Amos 9.
Okay. Right, because it says the enemy has sold them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world. The harvest, right? The harvest is the end of the world, man. And the Most High, this is the end of, we're in the end of the world cycle, man. And the Most High is sifting his righteous ones from the wicked right now.
Right now.
They're being separated.
Amos chapter 9, verse 9.
Right, man, because you if you feel that in your spirit that you don't want to be around family members, you coming into this truth, you once used to always party with your cousins and fam brothers or whatever, right? And you find yourself slowly, gradually pushing far away from them. Now you're not hanging out on the weekend no more when you're at home. You rather sit in the house, right? It's no more even, you know what I'm saying, going over their house, just sit and have a couple drinks and then leave and go home. And I was just on the phone. Now it turned from being on the phone to text every now and then. You know what I'm saying? To when it's gonna start being like, no, because they want you to hang out with them and do all type of curriculum and BS that they're doing, right? But they will not open that book for you or come to visit your school. Oh, none of that. That starts to wear and tear on you. Hopefully they do. It starts building a fire up in this way. You be like, damn, man. And you start beating yourself up and be like, why the hell am I? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to, man. Not sit and go along to get along with them. Man, the hell with that, man.
No, we're trying to turn this thing around.
Right, man.
Lead by example.
That's how you know the Most High sifting you.
Right.
When you start feeling that flame in you, like you disgusted at the way our people live. Your own family live, right? You start telling them to their face. To where they get mad and then you stop coming for real. You got to, man. You got to start telling them to their face, man.
Yeah, man. Amos chapter 9, verse 9. Right. For lo, I will command and will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Right. See that? For lo, I will command. It's that command is already been established and it's already in effect, man. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be stopped. I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Why? Because he scattered us there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, right? You separate those big clump kernels from the, you know what I'm saying, the small powder, so you can make those little corn tortillas, right? They get the little shape that, you know what I'm saying, to make corn tortilla with, right? Or get the dirt and find, you know what I'm saying, the little fine pieces that store away, the little husk, you know what I'm saying, parts that you throw away. You sift that thing, man, in the sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. The grains are those healthy, that's the part that you want to be eating and storing up, you know what I'm saying, selling, you know what I'm saying, for money or whatever, man. You ain't gonna let that fall. Most High ain't gonna let that fall. That's beautiful, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Yeah, man. And the Most High is a mastermind. He got everybody building that pride up, right? They building that pride up. They don't see people, you know what I'm saying, Most High ain't killing them quick, man. No quick judgment, and people really getting prideful, man. I know it's a lot of people getting prideful now that you see that, you know, well, no, because it's deaths all the time, right? Serious, boy, that COVID.
But like you said, just with a little bit, what you're saying, just with a little bit of opening parks and this and that,
right?
They think that America's on its way back.
Oh, the Most High ain't killing nobody. God still loves everybody. That's when it clicks right back on. That God loves everybody switch. Oh, yeah, it's parks and stuff opening up. Okay, God does love everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just those people that died were probably people that you know what I'm saying, he didn't like.
They think it's going to be normal. Hey, we want to say according to the prophecies, man, the heathen, that eagle, you see what I'm saying, got that pacifier on that TV, man. And our people, we drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I saw it online today. I'm gonna share with y'all after the class. I saw a COVID-19. What's the line when you go to get tested? I saw a COVID-19 test check. Cars lined up around the building.
What?
Yeah, I forgot to share it with y'all. I'm gonna show it after.
Oh my gosh.
COVID-19 testing, bro. Lined up, bro. They ain't paying attention to nothing.
They
man.
flocking.
You don't
for
know
that.
what they sticking you with, man.
Yeah.
They not paying attention, bro. Yeah,
That's
man.
that doing the wave. Boy, that's that wave. Everybody start, boy, you just lean, everybody lean with you. Boy, they doing it too, man. I can't do
That
it.
American wave.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
American wave. All right.
St. Matthew.
Okay, St. Matthew. Okay.
I had a precept I want to touch on real quick. We're talking about
Okay.
this parable, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Mark chapter 4, verse 33.
Mark chapter 4, verse 33.
And 34. Just touching on, just expounding on how Heavenly Father, or the Messiah, right, breaking down these parables and how he's giving the sense to the to his disciples. Go ahead, 33 and 34.
Mark chapter 34, verse 33. And with many such parables spake he the word unto them,
Right? Because the word, the seed is the word. Go ahead.
as they were able to hear it.
Right?
But without a parable spake he not unto them.
Right?
And when they were alone,
When they were alone,
he expounded all things to his disciples.
then he said he gave more of understanding. So he's like he's spoken of parables when he was around multitude.
Right.
But when he got them alone, he
just
kind of
kinda
gave
like,
them a little
what it
more
was.
understanding.
Right. Yeah.
That's all
Talk
beautiful,
to him.
man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because that's why they ask him privately, like, man, why you speaking parables around them? Because it's not meant for them.
Right.
But check this out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All praises, man.
Right, man.
Y'all
Beautiful.
my homeboy. Talk to you.
Y'all must be right, man.
Y'all my
Y'all look like he said the family.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's his family?
I like
Like when he
that.
said his mother and his brother came.
That's right.
But he said no,
He.
the servants,
Right here.
the commandment keepers. Ain't that something you speak to his mom and his brother in parables, but straightforward, direct to the brothers with understanding.
That's right. Ain't that so?
As it is written.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go to and this another precept of that John 12. John 12 verse 42, what you is feeding off what you were bringing out, bro. I'm saying the reason why he did that with the disciples too, man. Another one. John 12 verse 42.
All right, St. John chapter 12. All right, verse 42. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also, many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him.
You see that? Nevertheless, among the chief rulers of our nation, the Israelites, right? Many believed on him. So the chief rulers believed on him, just like Nicodemus, right? Who was a ruler of the Jews. He came to him at night. You see that? He didn't want to be seen by them damn Pharisees, because he was a Pharisee too. He was a Pharisee, but he believed on him. But he did not want to be seen by the Pharisees believing on him or confess him. Right? Go ahead.
But because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue.
And this was the main reason why people didn't confess him. They didn't want to be put out of the synagogue. That's like a coliseum. It was so, the synagogue is huge, man. It was real big and nice. Everything's set up in there real nice. You get, you know what I'm saying, you get the food. You know what I'm saying. You had the upper and lower chambers, right? You go in there and eat, just like the Christian church. You know what I'm saying, when they cook you the swine or whatever after, you know what I'm saying, after Sunday service, so you keep coming there every Sunday to get a dinner, right? That's what most of our people go to get, goddamn food and praises of men. Right? To not learn the damn thing, but to fill up. I got 3 kids and they going to get a meal. So it say lest they should be put out of the synagogues. Go ahead.
For they love the praise of men more than the praise of God.
And that's the reason why, because they love the praise of men more than the praise of God, man. Right? They love for people to, oh bro, you got a nice sharp suit, brother.
Man.
You looking clean today. Look at it.
They love that.
Look at him. Yeah, they like that, man. That real cool spirit.
Every Sunday.
Boy, my boy sharp. Look at them shoes. boy, and you smell good, boy. Come here, boy, give me a hug, boy. That's that. You see that, and that's all gravy. You know what I'm saying? If we was operating in the spirit of the Most High, man. Not saying nothing wrong with the brotherly love. I'm just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? How much love you need and be off, bro? How many hugs you need and be off? Come on, man. You rather be sharp and clean than, you know what I'm saying? Well, suit, because clean is not, you know what I'm saying, shaved face. Shaved face and shaved bald head with a suit and tie, that's not clean, according to the Heavenly Father. Right. But the church will tell you that it is. You look sharp and clean, brother. What kind of cologne that is? Great Flap? No. It's whatever it is, Old Spice or something like that, you know?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Right, man.
That's what he's saying. For they loved the praise of men. All right? More than the praise of the Most High.
Right, man. Like that brother was reading when he had said, right? They expounded on the parables when he got it along with his disciples, man. Because he knew that. He knew who the phony ones was. He knew that they loved the praise of men more than the praise of God. Right? So he expounded to his disciples. Disciples knew who to go out and distribute that word out to in sincerity and truth. Right? Matthew chapter 13. We finished? Oh, no. We ain't finished. All right. We're at the
13 verse
39. Right? Oh, no. Because the reapers are the angels. Okay. And the reapers are the angels, right?
All right.
Go ahead.
Verse 40. All right, St. Matthew 13, verse 40. As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire.
You see that? Read that again.
As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire. So shall it be in the end of this world.
You see that? As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire. Meaning, really, that's what really happens in real life. They gather the tares that grew up with the wheat. Right? They gather the tares and burn that in the fire, man. You know what I'm saying? And he said, so shall it be in the end of this world, right? Now, see, that's what I'm saying. So, it say they shall be burnt, you know what I'm saying? Burnt by fire, man. Let me get another precept with this. This is what I'm saying, brother. Yeah, do you believe in hellfire? You goddamn right. Why not? It's saying that, man.
At the end of this world, not now.
Right, man.
You don't understand now. That hellfire is a doctrine, is a European Christianity doctrine that says when a person died, they go to hell. Like right now, somebody's in hell now.
No, that's not true.
We're talking about the second death after Judgment Day.
That's right.
That's hellfire.
Right, man. Right, man. Go ahead, brother.
All right, verse 41. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend.
Out of who?
Out of his kingdom. All things that offend. And them which do iniquity.
Out of his kingdom is the whole earth, because his kingdom is going to be established right here on earth. It's not just going to be Jerusalem. It have to be the whole earth, because they're not going to be like over in Quebec or, you know what I'm saying, or Sweden, you know what I'm saying, doing what the hell they want to do. They can't. No, man. You know what I'm saying? He going to gather all things that offend and them which do iniquity. Go ahead.
And shall cast them into a furnace of fire.
And shall do what?
And shall cast them into a furnace of fire.
Go ahead.
There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
They get cast. You know what I'm saying? Just like he was dark, you know what I'm saying, as the skin burnt in the furnace, right? Burn a furnace is what? Like an oven. It's something that you know what I'm saying? You create. I'm not saying the ground is going to open up. I'm just saying you put it in. What is that telling me? That's telling me it ain't going to be pretty if I do try to get to that, you know what I'm saying? And then 2/3 ain't getting into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get to the furnace of fire. Whatever it is.
There's no coming back.
Right. Whatever it is.
But it says, verse 40 again, as therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire. What has been burnt in the fire that came out of that?
Right.
Like when we burn this piece of frankincense right here, when this burns all the way down till there's no more smoke, how is that piece of frankincense coming back?
It ain't.
That's gone. It's gone.
Just like we baking leavened bread and say we forgot. Damn, I forgot to go get out of the oven. It's burned. Can we recover it?
No.
It's done.
That's it. That's it there, man.
You burn a piece of toast. You can't bring it back.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
It's just, I don't know,
This
man.
is basic logic,
Right.
man. That ain't, I won't even go far to say that's wisdom.
Right.
That's just basic understanding.
Right.
Shit, man. You burn a piece of paper, it's done.
Right, man. I just want to see, was I tripping? I'm like, damn. I was say, do you believe in hellfire? Like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, am I tripping? I know I was seeing shit, furnace of fire, cast in the fire. Like, yo, whatever. Okay, if it ain't fire, what good? Well, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I don't want no parts of. But you know what I'm saying? You got brothers out here saying that 2/3 are gonna come back into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? With all their unrighteous doings here on earth, they're gonna get a chance to come back. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying, man. And that's all.
That ain't right, man. You telling people, telling lost sheep that, man. People trying to really sincere ones. That's why we go to Matthew 18, talking about the little ones. You got sincere people that the Heavenly Father still, you know, word is still out. The word is still going out, and there's still some awakening that has to happen. It said this gospel shall be preached until all the earth, until the end, then the end shall come. So obviously the end ain't come yet. That means the word's still going out, and there's still people that ain't heard this word.
Right.
That's right, bro.
So what we're trying to do as a nation, we're not all one congregation, but we all teach out the same Bible. And we should be understanding now. They call it the year of prophecy, 2020. Okay, well, Saturday ain't the Sabbath, and 2/3 ain't coming to the kingdom.
That's right.
These are, you know what I'm saying? We all should be teaching the same thing.
Right.
We teaching using the same Bible.
That's right.
Right, man. Right. All right, go ahead.
Verse 43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father.
Right. Then the righteous, right after the 2/3 get put to death, right? Because they're not gonna get a glimpse of it, man. They're not finna get a glimpse of the kingdom. Like they're gonna be standing in line waiting to get put to death. They're gonna be looking at the side of the line like, oh damn, man, it is shiny over there, man. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna beg them so I can get in. No, man. No, man. You're going to get put to death in the right. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Go ahead.
Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Right. Straight up, man. Who have ears to hear, let him hear, man. Let's go to Matthew 26 real quick. Matthew 26, verse 24.
All right, we're in the book of St. Matthew, chapter 26. Verse 24. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him.
Right. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. Meaning what? Die on the cross for the nation of Israel's sins. Right? Go ahead.
But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
Go ahead.
It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Just bringing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that remember we were talking about that last time. I was like, what about Judas Iscariot? Is he going to be able to get back in? Son of Man just said it would be best if he wasn't even born. You know what I'm saying? I got him. I got him. Well, when it's done, don't worry about him. It's gonna be like he wasn't even born. He gonna wish he wasn't born. Damn! I don't know. Hey, that don't sound like he's coming. He's gonna get a chance, bruh. You know what I mean?
That don't sound like it.
Don't sound like it. Gonna be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Wailing is the crying. You know what I'm saying? Screaming out loud, and the gnashing of teeth is gonna be talking crap. Be talking crap that they. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had the brother. I don't know if everybody, but I have brothers. You know what I'm saying? To what y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to come to agreements, and then when you don't come to agreement with them, well, you know what I'm saying? Forget you then. You know what I'm saying? You'd be mad as hell if you just happy and trying to get me to co-sign with you. Now all of a sudden I'm telling you no, I'm just no, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Now you want to get mad and cuss me out. You know what I'm saying? When I'm just telling you no, I don't want to indulge into something that's gonna get me hurt. You know what I'm saying, or something like that, right?
Right.
Somebody will flip on you just that quick, man. F you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gonna say. No, I don't know you. Please, Jesus, please. No, I don't know you. Please.
Yeah, then all the Then that spirit.
Then it's gonna come out, boy. Then he gonna be like, see, yeah, now y'all see. This is the brother. Ain't this? That's his real spirit, ain't it? Yep, that's his real spirit. I know him. I know that. I grew up with him. That's the spirit. He been hiding all this long time among the brothers and trying to wear that sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? Knowing he's a damn wolf. Look at him. Now bind him hand and foot, cast him in the outer door. Woo! Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High, man. That's the end of the class, man. We're going to get ready to close up Matthew 26, verse 6, right? Now, when the Messiah was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very wait a minute. You don't want to bring out anything?
No, we good.
Right.
We good.
Okay, very precious ointment.
Alabaster box.
Yeah, we alabaster box.
Right. Alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When the Messiah understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her.
All praise to the Most High, man.
Praise.
Another beautiful class. As always, man. Old Matthew, sowing the word, man. Right?
All praises to the Most High, man.
All praise to the Most High, man. On the track for the brothers, man. Until next time,
Right?
night 10, the
Right.
third month.
Right?
Shalom, grace and peace, man.
All praise to the Most High and Yahweh Shai that rule well, right?
Right. Yahweh Shai rule with.
Right.
Exactly.
Our